Hello, welcome back to another review of Death Q&A. You've sent this. Sorry, I had to short-circuited then. I'm actually a chameleon in disguise. You've sent us your questions, your burning questions about Doctor Who, and we're going to do our best to answer them.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go.
We're going to go through as many as possible.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Okay. This one is from Conrad Harbert. Favourite Sonic and least favourite Sonic design.
Ooh,
For you, least favourite will be Jodie's current one.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, mine would be Capaldi's.
The blue one.
The blue one.
Yeah, it's a toss-up between the two.
I think it's just too busy.
Yeah, it's
I quite like the slim design of Jodie's.
Yeah.
I like the fact that she made it.
That's cool, yeah.
And I like the fact that Peter's feels like a product of the TARDIS, but it doesn't really tie into the design of his TARDIS.
No, yeah, it's very over-designed. There's so much going on.
It's supposed to be a toy. Like, it was designed to be a toy, basically, and they used it in the series.
I don't like the fact this TARDIS blue either. That sort of feels...
I don't mind that.
Oh, really?
But I just hate how busy it is.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's not comfortable.
No.
Old. Jodie's is like ergonomic.
Yeah, it works. I mean?
Yeah.
My favourite though, I mean, I'm probably gonna be quite old school and say probably the Tom Baker one, because that was like the one that I grew up with.
I'll let you have that one for both of us, because I would say that as well.
Yeah.
I like McGann's in the TV movie though, but as a little side one, I'd also like to say the unused design for the 9th Doctor that they ended up releasing as one of the Constructor Sonic things.
Oh yeah.
The Aqua one.
Oh
it's got a black handle.
Yeah.
And it looks a bit like one of those things that a doctor would stick up in your ear.
Yeah.
I like that because it's got an aspect of what it would end up becoming and the classic one.
That's right. Yeah.
That it's held up like that instead of like that.
Yeah.
It looks more like a kind of scientific implement, which I like.
Rather than a magic wand.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah. No, I'd say that. I think that would be my curveball answer to that one.
Yeah.
Would you like to see Big Finish stories animated like missing episodes? If so, which one? That's from Jessie.
Ooh. Yeah, I guess I wouldn't mind. I mean, I think at the moment I would sooner do the missing episodes first, but then I'd be up for them doing Big Finish. I mean, obviously there's a lot to do.
Which one?
I don't know.
For me, it would have to be like a multi-doctor one. It would have to warrant.
Yeah.
So like Zagreus, even though Zagreus is Zagreus.
Yeah.
Or Sirens of Time, because it's such a landmark kind of. Even though it's not great. Light at the End is another one, even though it's not
great, but they're all in it, aren't they?
Maybe one of the kind of like unmade season 27 stories.
Yeah, maybe
like
those
that,
ones,
or like
but some of those stories are.
Same with the Colin one as well, like Mission to Magnus and all that lot.
Oh god, that's dire.
The Nightmare Fair, something
that's
like that. Something that if they had the script for it and they went purely off the script, which I think a lot of the missing or unmade ventures are going off of that. They've obviously adapted. Something like that. Something that stays relatively close to the source material.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I'd quite like some Paul McGann stuff, just so there's actually more visual Paul McGann stories.
This is from Not in the Box. If you could see a classic series would-be companion, for example Todd from Kinder, return either on screen or with Big Finish, which would you like to see the most and with which Doctor?
Okay. I think Todd would be a good one.
What's her name from the Faceless Ones?
Oh yeah.
She was supposed to join them.
She was supposed to be, wasn't she? Yeah. She'd be good. What Doctor would you put her with? Pat and Jamie?
Probably with Pat.
Yeah, and same with Todd. I'd probably put her with Peter because they.
Or maybe with Tom would be interesting because he either had quite clipped, kind of modern, radical kind of characters as female companions, like Romana, and then obviously Sarah Jane, and then obviously Neela being that kind of My Fair Lady type deal.
Yeah.
But then I also like the idea of him being put with somebody who would butt up against him.
Yeah.
Would be and wouldn't speak maybe so eloquently as Sarah would put it if they had a back and forth.
Yeah,
because I think that would be an interesting dynamic.
A bit more.
Yeah, in your face kind of thing, like kind of Polly but on steroids.
Yeah. I'd also like to see D84 because wasn't there a thing that he was going to stay on as a companion?
That would be cool. I
don't know how it would
But then
work.
he just get relegated to like chameleon K9 vibes.
Yeah, that's true.
He'd just be a less interesting Crichton, just like exposition dump series 3 Crichton type thing.
Yeah.
Just like wandering around going, oh, well, this is a spaceship and it was built in this century, and you could he'd get his head knocked off and like rebuild it or stuff. Like you could, but then he could just be like Rory, he's like coming back every so often. If Rick Mail is your choice to play the Doctor, who would you cast as the Master alongside him? Scar Archives. Now I thought about this last night. Obviously Aid, because they just whack each other over the head with sonic spanners and sonic lances and stuff. But I think Jonathan Pryce played an excellent Delgado clone for Curse of Fatal Death.
Yeah.
And I think he'd be really good if he was allowed to just do his own thing. Also, because Alex McQueen, who does the Master for Big Finish, obviously, he has that kind of very soft-spoken, jovial thing. And the Doctor I would have seen like Rick play, which obviously, for people who haven't seen the videos before, that's just my fantasy all time. If anyone wants to play the Doctor, I would like to see Rick Mail play him. I think Alex McQueen would be a good foil for him, because they're quite opposite. One is quite prim and proper, kind of authoritarian, and the other one, I mean, more so, because he wears the suit obviously, more so than someone like Anthony Ainley, who's just kind of manic and charming. I think that a kind of baffled, it's that Tom Baker thing, you wouldn't want to use a bath towel thing with who would you, like an ultimate fantasy master? Charles Dance.
Charles Dance would have been wonderful. There's a shame that didn't happen.
If it ever was supposed to.
If it was ever supposed to happen. He would have been very good. But it's funny that he was there, wasn't it? That Science of Doctor Who thing around the 50th anniversary.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder, was he brought in to...
He might just be a fan, but like... It does make you wonder if there was something else going on.
They were talking about
Surely they would have cast him and announced his casting like beforehand anyway, if he was going to turn up there, because it would have made more sense to say, this is the new Master, he's going to be with us on this programme, rather than just turning up unannounced. But then again, Bruno Tonioli was on the 12th Doctor like announcement thing, bless him.
Favourite possible Master, favourite choice? I don't know. I've been watching Handmaid's Tale lately, and Joseph Fiennes is very good in that.
He's cool.
And there's something, he's just got this really, I don't know, he's just something, he just makes your skin crawl. Yeah. He's got this real insidious look on his face, and every scene, I think particularly with a female Doctor, it'd be very good, because there's something quite predatory about him, and in lots of things that I've seen, the way he looks at people, and just the way he moves, I don't know, there's just something about him that's, he'd be good.
I've got another one, Charles Gray.
Oh, from James Bond,
I think he'd be cool.
He'd be good.
That kind of quite camp kind of... I like the charming Master. I like the Master that would sit you down with a meal and then slit your throat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Or like would be eating a lovely, drinking a Chianti with, while he's plotting world domination. That kind of thing. Yeah,
I think that's, if we have a new Master at any point, let's get away from the, I'm mad!
But that started with the Heath Ledger Joker thing.
Yeah,
that really. Kind of like, insane, tortured genius. Yeah. All villains, I feel like now, like if you watch a police procedural, like something like Luther, they're all crippled geniuses. You know what I mean? They're all victims of their own genius, and they're out. The way they release it is by slashing people's faces. So it's just a bit. Yeah, I mean, I quite like the idea of he hasn't got. It's kind of like with the Joker. Like he's got no motive other than he's just horrible, and he just enjoys it. Even with the Joker, like obviously they explained with the Master that he looked into the Eye of Harmony and that drove him mad. Yeah. But then I quite like the idea that they just took different paths and that he just thought, I want to rule this place. The Doctor wants to explore it. I want to take it over. Similarly with the Joker, and I'm not obviously anywhere near as clued up on superhero stuff as the average person especially when you're not. But I seem to remember from the Dark Knight, his reasons for becoming the Joker, he contradicts himself. There's like lots of contradictory stories about what made him the way he is, and that kind of toying with reality, that kind of, you're not quite sure which side you're getting, is quite nice. But again, it's just one of those things that it's the individual playing that role that brings that aspect of the character out. John Sim did the mental kind of like predatory, almost grinning loon, whereas Anthony Ainley did the kind of calm, considered. Compared to Roger Delgado, you rarely hear him laugh maniacally a lot of the time.
Yeah, like, comparatively. Yeah, that's true.
You know?
Yeah, he's just got that little gentle chuckle, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's just like
I like that.
It's great.
It's just understated, isn't it?
Yeah.
It doesn't need to. Because, I mean, I don't know if to say this for another video, but I detest Missy.
Yeah.
Like, I really.
We've said that enough for people to know.
Yeah, I just can't stand her.
Yeah.
Like, I'd take Eric Roberts over Missy.
Oh, I would as well. I think there's something that, I mean, has his Big Finish thing come out yet?
No, not yet.
I cannot wait
I'm
for
intrigued,
that to come out.
yeah.
That's going to be really interesting. I think he could save his kind of standing in the Doctor Who community by putting out a really good.
And I can't believe that he's just come back to do that one.
No,
there must be a Paul McGann thing coming.
Whenever they do stuff like that, because it's more, it's worth their money more
to
get him in for like a week and do like 12 scripts as opposed to like 2 audio scripts, for one box set.
I would be shocked if in like one of the upcoming McGann box sets they don't have, because they could imagine that. They'd be like, the Doctor and the Master on the film meet for the first time in 26 years or whatever. Also, they've as a side note, they're now doing Capaldi short trips stuff, so it'd be interesting to see if that goes anywhere, considering how quickly. I mean, obviously it was several years before it ended up happening, but like we're getting a lot of 11th Doctor era stuff, like the Churchill box sets and like the New Earth stuff for the 10th Doctor. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see if anything pops up in the next 5 years with Peter Capaldi reprising his role. I'm sure he would. Yeah. I'm sure he'd love to do it. Probably him and Pearl Mackie, I reckon, would probably end up doing it. More so than Jenna.
Jenna's probably too busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or just doesn't care enough. Will of the Maddox asks, what is the iconic, definitive TARDIS crew for each Doctor in your opinion? I.e., do you prefer the third Doctor with Liz, or etc.? So first Doctor, it would have to be Susan, Ian and Barbara. Yeah. Like, without a doubt. Troughton.
This is
Vicky or Zoe with because Jamie has to be.
It's got to be Jamie.
Yeah. We're leaving out Polly and Ben because they crossed over, but I wouldn't choose like Ben over Jamie.
That's really hard actually for Pat.
I think just because of the dynamic, I love the dynamic between Vicky and Jamie. Yeah. That kind of, there's a slight kind of sexual tension or like chemistry between them. Yeah. But I love the fact that he's that protective older brother. Yeah. But then equally, I think it's better for the characters to write for a girl from the far future and a boy from the past. Yeah. I like that dynamic. I think I'd probably go for Zoe.
I think I agree. Yeah. John, it would have to be Joe.
And then fourth Doctor,
Sarah.
I thought you'd say Leela. No. But I'm going to say Sarah and Harry.
Oh, okay.
Because I think that they're my favourite TARDIS team.
Right, okay.
Ever. So I'm just likely to say that anyway.
Fair enough.
And I really want Elizabeth Sladen's yellow coat from Sontaran Experiment.
You just want it?
Yeah.
Her one?
Her one. Okay. No, it wouldn't fit me. I want one like that.
No, I just want to
like smell it. Like, what? Fifth Doctor, we've just been watching some of the Earthshock special features on the season 19 Blu-ray box set. Yeah. Again, my least favourite era from the programme, but it would probably be Adric, Nyssa and Tegan.
Yeah.
Like, Turlo doesn't do that much for me. No. He's a way more interesting character than all of, Peter's companions. Yeah. But, I don't know, I just see those three.
Yeah, Peter Davison, I think, Adric.
Yeah.
Leela.
Sixth Doctor.
Him and Perry.
Yeah, it couldn't be anybody else.
It could be anyone else.
Frobisher. No,
yeah.
Has to be Perry. Yeah, well, a lot of people would probably say
they
that.
probably would, yeah. But for the telly, Perry.
Telly Perry. And then 7th Doctor, Ace.
Yeah.
Can't be anyone else. Mel is not even in that competition.
Oh, bless her.
8th Doctor, we can only really say Grace and
Chang Lee. But on audio, I'd say Lucy Miller.
I'd say Charlie.
Okay.
Yeah. Then 9th Doctor, Rose.
Yeah.
10th Doctor, Rose.
Yeah.
I think a lot
Rose
of people,
or Donna.
I think more people would say Donna, I have to say.
Yeah. Even though I prefer Martha.
Yeah, I prefer Martha.
But I think there's something about that. I think it was just at the right time. She secured herself in people's minds more so than Martha. Obviously, Catherine Tate was a name already, wasn't she? She was a big name at the time. Yeah, so people knew who she was.
But people knew who Billy was.
True.
I don't know. Obviously not to the same degree.
Yeah.
That was like stunt casting to have like Catherine Tate brought in. Not to say that's negative necessarily, but only when Beryl Reid's involved as English. And then you've got 11th Doctor has to be Amy and Rory.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody would really contest Clara for that role. And as much as I dislike Clara, it would be Peter and Clara. Yeah, and I can't see anybody else travelling with Jodie apart from those three.
Yeah.
Maybe without.
At the moment. Yeah.
Well, yeah, just at the moment. What is your most controversial opinion of the show you've not mentioned yet? That's from @of Purple Radios.
Ooh. Bloody hell, I don't know.
Well, I've said I don't like the 5th Doctor, but I don't know how controversial that is because everybody has favourites and least favourites.
Yeah, and I mean, people know that I don't like Tennant and stuff. I guess that's quite controversial.
I don't really like Caves of Androzani that much.
No. I can understand why.
I'm not mad on it, like everybody else appears to be.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the best Doctor Who story ever made.
No, neither do I.
But then we've kind of spoken about that, even when we did the top 500 episodes, the poll for DWM, we even mentioned it then, I think.
Okay, controversial opinion. I don't think the Daleks are that great.
Wow, okay. Right, so that's tricky because and
I was having this discussion with Kat because Kat was saying to me she thinks Daleks are crap.
Yeah.
And I was like, because you were talking about them being in Resolution, and she was like, I said, because she said, you really like Daleks, don't you?
On the whole, or because if you were to select individual stories,
do you know what I mean? Ones, yeah.
That's what I like because like the Cybermen, I would say are my favourite monster.
Yeah. Right.
But then you look at the way they've been treated in the new series.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe not.
I don't know.
Daleks, though, they seem to have had an equal,
Yeah, I think it was when I was doing my marathon and I was watching it back, and I was just like, Jesus Christ, these things really are just trundling about, bumping into things.
Sure.
The props are falling apart. Like I was watching it, I was like, I don't feel threatened by these things, really.
I don't feel I've never been scared of Daleks.
Yeah,
never been scared of Daleks. But there are moments in Doctor history where I just think, oh, that's great. Even if they're losing, the bit that I always come back to is the bit in Remembrance when the Omega device is fired at Skaro and that Kef music is playing in the background. That bit when they're just like looking around like, what are we, exactly that bit. Like, what are we supposed to do?
That Skaro about to be eyes.
That bit.
You tricked me!
Just do the whole scene.
Yes, I tricked you.
You tricked yourself.
You tricked yourself.
When I think of the Daleks, I don't necessarily think of them being badass warmongers.
No.
I think of them as just these twitchy little weirdos, Not like a twitchy weirdo in an underpass with a switchblade.
Could someone have someone say something about Doctor Who fans and then cut to Billy? I think they're like twitchy little weirdos.
Well, it's not. Yeah. No, I think that the Daleks are really, really integral to Doctor Who.
Yeah.
So integral that they are the arch nemesis of the Doctor. I mean, obviously the Master for different reasons. The Daleks are the arch enemy.
Yeah.
He is the Doctor's nemesis.
Yeah.
So I can't say I don't like the Daleks or have that same opinion of the Daleks.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm not saying that.
Zygons do nothing for me.
Really?
Nothing for me at all.
I mean, obviously, right, to say that, maybe I shouldn't have said this, because I'm thinking about it, it's like, well, I mean...
Actually, I am wrong.
Yeah, it's not that I don't like them, I mean, obviously, they're an integral part of the programme, and, you know, they sound so iconic.
Yeah.
You know, you couldn't have the programme without them. I just think that there are, like, I just think it's like the Cybermen are better.
Okay.
But that is in no way me saying that I think Daleks are like completely awful. I just think they've never really, as much as I love like the toys and stuff, and they look great like that and stuff. But sometimes you watch it and you do think, sometimes
they are a bit naff.
Yeah, and I just like.
Okay.
I think unless I was a child in the '60s.
Yeah.
That had just got out of the Second World War.
Yeah. You wouldn't get the same fear reaction out of it.
Yeah. It's of that zeitgeist, isn't it? It's of that time.
Yeah.
It's very intrinsic. Something like the Cybermen, they're kind of timeless because, and particularly, you know, the way we are moving with technology, we are getting closer to that. So, you know,
okay.
Daleks, not so much.
Fine.
But yeah,
I understand. That's
you see what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be a complete shitbag.
No,
I've not like taken a dump in a bag and stuck it on Terry Nation's doorstep.
No.
I said, yeah, have some of that.
Sure not. No. Which Doctor Who story do you think couldn't be done with any other Doctor other than that one story? Other than one in that story. So, for example, Dalek with the Ninth Doctor. Again, couldn't be done with any other Doctor.
No, couldn't be done with any other Doctor.
Doomsday probably couldn't be done.
Couldn't do that with any other Doctor. Well, that's a really good question. Oh, I should have looked at these in advance because then I could have actually thought about it.
This is the point. This is off the cuff, you know.
Stories that couldn't be done with any other Doctor. I think Caves of Androzani couldn't have been done with any other Doctor.
Oh, I disagree.
Do you?
Because I find the Fifth Doctor so bland.
But I think
copy and paste any actor into that part.
I don't know because I think
Caves of Androzani with the Sixth Doctor.
He'd just be like, can you imagine him meeting
regenerating into himself at the end?
Meeting Shara's Jack.
Oh, what a meeting of minds.
Yeah,
that'd be a great scene.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be a very different dynamic. It'd be interesting. I guess you could maybe put Jodie in Caves of Androzani as much as like you know she's like
she's blonde as well.
Yeah, no, but I mean I was gonna say she's like another hopeless Doctor.
Sure.
But
okay.
But you know what I mean?
I get that.
She doesn't have control of the situation.
Yes, okay.
Like
fine.
he doesn't in that story. You know, for him it's like, oh shit, I've really buggered up by bringing this girl that I've just met to this place, and we're now probably both going to die.
Okay.
I can imagine Jodie's Doctor doing that, like, sorry Yaz, but I know I was taking us on a nice date to the Eye of Orion to have.
Here's some bat tit milk.
Yeah, I know I promised you some like nice wine.
No. I think War Games can be done without the Second Doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That could have been a Hartnell story, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Can you imagine that with like Hartnell meeting the Time Lords? Yes.
No. I think I like the way that the Second Doctor has to kind of bow down to them.
Yeah, that is.
I don't think Hartnell would not have done that. He'd have grabbed them with his walking stick and wandered off. Like Fourth Doctor story. What Fourth Doctor story couldn't be done? I see that's difficult. As iconic as he is.
Yeah, that is hard.
Because that's the only problem, is that you're taking an iconic Doctor out of a run of really, really iconic episodes.
Yeah.
But there's nothing intrinsically about those episodes that
needs.
With the exception of like Pyramids, probably.
That could have been anything.
But it's that Gothic era of Doctor Who, though. True. That's why you have to separate it.
Yeah.
Because it's either the way you look at that era of Doctor Who, Gothic horror, sci-fi technobabble, clowning around. It's either the road you take, or it's the Ninth Doctor being through the Time War, sees a Dalek again for the first time.
That needs to be him.
That needs to be him. So, which Tom Baker story would it need to be?
Tom.
Robot, obviously, because he regenerates into from John to Tom.
Yeah. But I mean, that could be anyone. That could have been a Colin Baker story.
Okay, fine. All right.
Yes,
Maybe that's not the best. Maybe that's not the best way to go about it then. Okay. What Doctor Who story could you picture that you couldn't erase Tom from?
That's really tricky.
Talons, robots.
Yeah. That's a hard question.
Genesis.
Yeah.
I'd say. Yeah. But then again, I just like that story so much, so it's difficult.
Good story.
I think I've gone in these videos from saying that I didn't think Genesis was that good to then suddenly saying it's one of my favourite stories ever.
Yeah.
I think it's like slowly taking over Curse. That and Earthshock taking over Curse is like my favourite stories ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, interesting.
I've been watching so much Earthshock lately. I just can't. I don't want to watch any of the other stories on that box set.
It's just Beryl
They're all crap, like apart from Kinder and Earthshock.
Oh, I like Visitation. And I like Black Orchid. I like Castor Isle, actually.
I don't like Castor Isle.
Yeah.
This is from Evie B. What three Big Finish stories would you want with you if you were trapped on a desert island?
Big Finish?
Yeah. Box sets included or singular stories?
Oh, I don't know. Go on, let's have box sets as well.
First Dark Eyes box set.
Okay.
And if I couldn't take the whole box set, I'd take the Great War, because I think that's really, really good.
Stories that I would like to take with me. How many have we got?
3.
3.
Dark Eyes 1, The Scorchies, and probably a multi-Doctor story.
I would have Master.
Definitely, you would have that.
Chimes of Midnight. And now I think I would go for possibly a Davros story.
I go Sword of the Ryan is the other one. I want a Cyberman story with me, and it's an 8th Doctor story.
Okay. Oh, maybe Spare Parts in that case. Yeah, Spare Parts. Yeah.
Spare Parts. Cool. That's a good list, actually. If you could visit any planet from the show's history, be it Skaro, Rivos, or Peladon, which would you choose and why? That's from Miles Taylor.
Peladon, because that's the most like Earth.
Yeah, but
lately...
I was thinking about this last night.
So what was it?
Any planet.
Any planet. Oh, any planet. Oh, it doesn't have to be. Okay.
Because I was thinking about this last night. Like, I wouldn't want to go somewhere that's complete stress.
Yeah.
Skaro, not a chance. The minute you step onto that planet's surface, you're either going to get irradiated, exterminated, or bitten by something.
Yeah. By a hand.
By a hand.
Hand mine.
Eye of Orion is like the obvious one.
I mean, we could technically get in the car now and drive to the Eye of Orion.
We could do. It's not far away. Where else? Metabelus 3, just for a laugh. Like a safari. If you were in one of those big bubble cars from Jurassic World, you could just go around Metabelus 3 in one of those.
Okay, interesting.
You know?
Yeah, I don't know. There must be like a really nice planet.
What about the one from Midnight? That's like a resort.
Yeah.
Just don't get on that bus.
Yeah, but then you're just stuck in a resort, aren't you? That's just like being stuck at in a hotel.
I see. That's the problem with me. I don't mind that.
Really?
Like one of my best friends is out in Vietnam right now. She's doing all the crazy shit, like hiking, walking. It's like I just want Wi-Fi and a nice bed, and I don't want someone else sleeping in my room who I don't know, like a hostel. Do you know what I mean?
God, yeah, I can go with that.
Yeah. I've slept in hostels, they're fine, but it's just like, I want some creature comforts while I'm away. I want a mini bar and room service. Never used either in my life. But,
But at least you know it's
At least
there.
I know it's there, and I could use it if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Or if I had the money to.
A nice planet from Doctor Who. A nice planet. There must be a nice planet. There must be a planet that's quite...
What about the one, just for the views, the gorgeous sunset, what about the one from Mind Warp?
Oh, the pink sky. Yeah, that's pretty. That's quite pretty.
You know?
I mean, I don't know what there is to do there.
Just look at the sky.
Lovely.
And get your mind like struck out of your own head and put in someone else's. Okay, of all the new Who stories, which 3 would you choose next to be adapted for a Target novelisation?
Oh, who's this from?
Thank you for reminding me. Robert James Ackers. That girl is at Ackers. Sorry.
What?
Some people will know what it is.
I think Midnight would be interesting to see how would you structure that
back
dialogue.
and forth. I might have to bleep it out from the video. Do you remember I mentioned that the guy who plays was supposed to be in Doctor Who this year?
Yeah.
Because his son told me.
Yeah.
Unless he's in the Christmas special.
Yeah, he hasn't been in it.
What bollocks is that he's talking? But he said that he just had to. He didn't need to learn his lines. That's what he told me. He might have been bullshitting me.
Weird.
I'll be angry if. What am I going to do? He lives in Ireland.
Track him down and...
Hey, I was that runner you said that one kind of not true thing to.
Yeah, bastard.
Whatever.
Okay, Midnight I think would be a good one.
Evolution of the Daleks or something like that.
Yeah.
Just to expand on that, like, setting, like, whoever it was that becomes Dalek-Sec hybrid, like, there could be, like, a whole, like, prelude to the book about, like, him coming, like, you know, like, him coming from nothing and, like, working his way up to be a really successful businessman and then contacting the Daleks and so on.
So, is it only a half shit story?
Well, you know what I mean? Like, because I'd like the Tiger books to, like, breathe new life into these stories.
Yeah.
In the same way that they kind of, well, didn't do it for the Day of the Doctor, but that kind of thing where, like, Rose...
Day of the Doctor.
The way that the Rose, like, built
it was very good.
Such a good book.
Tied it into Remembrance of the Daleks as well.
Yeah,
nice.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
So, it has to be a story like that.
Okay.
I mean, if you could heavily retcon it, like, Hellbent, Heaven Sent would be interesting.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know.
Yeah, that's because I mean I'm just like thinking about stories that I like. So I'm thinking of stuff like the Impossible Planet, you know, Satan Pit. That might be a good story.
Yeah.
I think you could do some good stuff with like.
I wouldn't want like a 2-parter that's like good. I'd want something that's
a shit story.
Like a bit of a crap episode.
Okay.
That gets like a new lease of life because of the adaptation.
Let's think of there's some slightly crap stories that might do better being targeted.
Almost People. Rebel Flesh.
Yeah, I don't mind that story.
Oh, okay. Under the Lake Before the Flood.
I quite like that story as well.
Oh. I want it to be like a 2-parter really, because, you know...
Flesh it out.
Actually, Boomtown would be interesting. Don't you think? I mean, we pretty much see everything that unfolds on screen.
Yeah, true. But you could get in her head. Well, that's true. Boomtown.
Or what happens when she's taken back.
Yeah.
Or like with the egg, you know, what happens after that.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe Hellbent would be a good one. Heaven Sent. Heaven Sent, I think, would be a good one.
I'd have to have Hellbent with it.
Yeah.
So I don't think
you could do a whole novel of just the Doctor for 4 million years, or whatever it is, billion.
I think that'd be interesting.
Yeah. Like you said, maybe do it together, Heaven Sent, Hellbent. Doctor Who and Heaven Sent.
Doctor Who and the Heaven Sent Hellbent.
Yeah.
This is from Darren Gelder on Twitter. Thinking ahead a bit, do you think the next Doctor might be another woman or a man again? Alas, I think there'd be a fair amount of negative reaction either way from some parties. That's the problem.
Yeah,
because if you cast, you know, say you got any bloke to play the Doctor after Jodie, it's going to be seen like the Jodie experiment failed.
Yeah. And
there's going to be a lot of people talking negatively about it in that capacity. Equally, if you cast another woman, then this sounds bad to say this because I don't want it to sound like, you know, it's a fad, but where does that trend end?
And do we go back to a man?
And when do we go back to a man after that?
Yeah.
Just because, you know, like I've said before, like, you know, Kat said before and you said before, the Doctor to me has always been an older gen.
Yeah.
And it would be nice one day to get back to that.
Yeah.
But it's how soon after Jodie's casting.
Yes, this is something that I've thought about myself, like, what do we do?
Yeah.
Because either way, it's going to look bad. So maybe the next Doctor will be a woman, and then maybe after that we can go back to a man.
I think so. I think that's probably the best way to go about it.
Yeah.
Because then you save face by it not appearing to have been just an experiment that, even though the episodes have generally been okay, you save face by it not appearing to have just been like a random thing you decided to do.
I mean, I still think that we should have a man of colour play the part.
Sure, yeah.
You know.
But then instantly, we've had a woman and now a black guy.
That's the trouble, then you get that.
So you can't win either way. You know, it's going to be... Don't even go on Twitter for the year between the next Doctor being announced and then appearing on screen.
Yeah.
If you could only show 3 stories to someone who's never watched Doctor Who before to try and sum up the entire show, which would you choose? That's from Tailored. Good old Tailored with his excellent videos that make me feel very happy.
And that's an excellent question, but it's also excellently difficult because...
The only thing that adds a caveat to it is to, like, sum up the programme. Unearthly Child.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
But that'd be the only historical that I'd show them as well.
Dear, I wouldn't want to. If I wasn't a Doctor,
you have to. It's for Posterity. All right, fine.
If I wasn't a Doctor Who fan, right, and say we were just friends from somewhere else, right?
What else do we have in common, Matthew? I don't even like you.
Say we were part of the Bottom fan club, and
that's not even the TV show. That's the Facebook group we met in, the private Facebook group.
And you were like,
they need to change the name for that. It's too obvious what we met for.
And you were like, right, I like Doctor Who.
I'm a top.
You're a top Doctor Who fan.
Yeah.
You're like, right, I'm gonna show you some Doctor Who. And I'm like, oh yeah. And you're like, right, I'm gonna watch An Unearthly Child.
Yeah, but it's like, again, it's like
all 4 episodes, the whole story. By the end of probably episode 2, I'd be like, turn this off.
Okay.
I would sooner have my eardrums filled with polyfiller.
Okay. That's oddly specific. Has that happened to you in the last week?
No.
All right, fine. Age of Destruction.
Oh, that's a bit. It's a bit weird.
I needed to pick an early Hartnell.
Why?
Because it's like, okay, here's the first Doctor, this is the pace of the older episodes, black and white, here's the original TARDIS team, they're not really getting on. I don't know, I feel like...
I don't think you even need that, I just think you need to... I think I would just find probably...
Remembrance.
I was going to say, a good Dalek story, so probably Remembrance. Because that's good, because that actually does have a lot of history around it.
Yeah.
And you could explain to them, oh, this is what this means, blah, blah, blah.
That's true.
And it's also just a bloody good story. And then I think you could get something else like Earthshock, because it's got another big monster in it, and it shows that, well, it doesn't always go right for the Doctor. People die, you know. Stakes are high.
I'd want to save that till after they got into it to show them Earthshock. I wouldn't want to show them that right from the off.
I don't know.
A master story.
Yeah.
Are we just talking classic tailored?
I mean,
no, any Doctor Who story.
Doctor Who story.
Remembrance, maybe like.
I mean, something
the
like
Cyberman two-parter from Series 10. Because it's got the Master in it, it's got the Cybermen in it.
Yeah, but that's true.
And it's got a like regeneration-y type.
Yeah, that's true. And
a companion dies, but not really.
Yeah.
And it's a newer story.
True. Yeah. Maybe just something like Rose. Rose is such a good jumping on point.
Yeah, Rose.
I love it when I see people say, I see it on Facebook and stuff, on groups like, oh, I want to try and get my friend into Doctor Who, what story should I show them first? And so I was like, well, you should start at the beginning with An Unearthly Child. I was like, that is the way not to make a Doctor Who.
I know, but I just for my purist side, I just had to put it in. Alright, okay, so if we combine, so Rose, Remembrance, I think we need a 70s episode.
So with the Master, you said?
Ideally. Sea Devils?
Sea Devils.
It's too long though.
It's a long story. So a good Master 4-parter. Well, we don't want something like Terror of the Autons because we would have got Rose. We don't want to...
No.
Classic the
Time Monster.
Oh, Christ.
That's really tough. But then we are setting our own constraints by it, really. I don't know, Pyramids or something scary.
Yeah.
Morbius, something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, Brendan Morbius is good.
Good story.
Okay. This is from Alan Jarvis. If you cast the female Doctor role, who would you have chosen? And also, do you think the Daleks returning already is wise in hindsight of Series 11? It's going to happen. So I mean,
it's funny. I'll start with the Dalek question first, because at the start of the series, I was really on board for I don't want to see a single old monster come back.
But do you remember what I said in the video that we made? That would really want to see Jodie face the Daleks, because it's like a rite of passage.
It is a rite of passage. And then after this series, after being a bit like about it, the villain specifically, the fact that the Daleks are coming back, or a Dalek is coming back,
it's like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, a proper good monster that is probably going to kill a lot of people and is going to cause a lot of dramatic tension.
We're morbid.
We seem to enjoy Doctor Who stories
where people die, get their heads ripped off.
Yeah.
Daleks, I'm happy to see them anytime. I don't really get too fatigued by them, to be honest.
No.
I get disappointed when they're not used properly.
Yeah.
And then you think maybe they should be on TV for a bit.
Yeah.
But then as you've already stated with your unpopular opinion, you can give or take them.
Yeah.
I really don't mind Dalek stories all the time. I'm fine with that personally, as long as they're done well.
Yeah, I mean, it has been
Series 1, mid-season Dalek story and a Dalek two-parter in the finale.
But those are two very good Dalek stories.
But they were in. But like, if we just say Daleks in general, then I don't really. I think it depends. It depends on your tolerance for Daleks. Do you know what I mean? So I'm completely fine with the Daleks coming back.
Yeah, but I mean, it has been since Series 9 that we've had a proper Dalek story. They were in Series 10 in the pilot, but then they were more set dressing than they were. But
I like the way they were used in it.
In Series 10?
Yeah. Because it's like that idea of an Dalek Empire constantly out there murdering.
Yeah, true, yeah.
You know what I mean? And there were Mavellans in it, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Who would we have cast as female Doctor? I really like the idea of Phoebe Waller-Bridge. I think she's a really, really, really funny woman, and she's actually a really good actress as well. If anyone's seen Fleabag, it's excellent.
I would have had Olivia Colman.
I know, yeah. That's too obvious a choice, though. I think for me.
For you?
I would have liked to have gone for an older woman.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if you could have got, I don't know, Judi Dench.
Nah.
Like Judi Dench in her like 30s or 40s.
I've not really seen her in a
severe short haircut. She did a Macbeth with like Hamlet or a Macbeth with Sean Connery or something. I think.
Oh really?
She's really good in it. She's really good. I think it would have been Macbeth actually. Yeah, I don't know. He says Anne Hegarty from The Chase. I don't know about that. Dan Opie asks, the 13th Doctor gets a multi-Doctor story with one other Doctor. Who should it be? And or let's make it a 3-Doctor scenario. So which two should she meet? Let's make it a single Doctor.
Yeah.
That she meets.
Just to make it easier.
Yeah. 6th Doctor would be cool. Early 6th Doctor, abrasive, argumentative.
Oh yeah, they would really clash.
Yeah.
That would be a very interesting dynamic.
I mean, the idea of the first Doctor coming back to do anything has been completely quashed by Twice Upon a Time. Yeah. Even the fact that was just written poorly by one man, I still, if I never see the first Doctor again, I'll be happy.
Outside of the confines of his own area.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I'm burning all my first Doctor DVDs. I would, because they're both quite impish and they're both quite gentle. 2nd Doctor and Jodie, or a manipulative 7th Doctor and Jodie.
I think 6. I think you've won me over with that. I think that's a really good.
And they can both talk about the rainbow stuff on their outfits. Yeah. Interesting. This one's a bit more introspective from Randall Conch on Twitter. In a world where, generally speaking, rhetoric holds greater value than the truth, as a channel that remains grounded in reality, I think we have like to family sometimes. What is the best way to counter misinformation in the Doctor Who community, like rancid YouTube content from certain creators as of late? We don't want to dwell on this too much. I think I've always done this with social media. I follow a lot of different people, people who I disagree with vehemently on like politics, opinions. The amount of people I've seen on my Twitter who really dislike the new series of Doctor Who has, I would say generally, with the exception of retweets from a lot of people, have outweighed the amount of support I've seen for the series. So I've actually seen a lot more negativity on my Twitter feed. Right, okay. Than
I think
I've seen
sort of middling on.
Okay.
I mean, there are a few people, and there are a few cases where you do see it and you just think, oh god.
I know, but I mean the kind of genuine. Actually, I didn't like it that much. Yeah. So I think the best thing to do to combat it is not necessarily all the time confront it, because I did that and it, what happened and it was a very interesting experiment and I'm still very proud of the interview I did. But I think just maintaining.
Get the brain cells back.
Well, I felt better after doing it.
Hour and a half that you'll never
I think
see
I absorbed some. I think having your kind of Twitter specifically, I think, because a lot of it's on Twitter.
A lot of it is on Twitter, yeah.
I think that maintaining as wide an angle of view on different people's opinions as possible is the best way to combat it, because you're going to see people, because it's not people who dislike it are racists, homophobes, and not people who like it are scared, wimpy, whatevers. It's not like that. And I think if people just widened their perspective on a lot of it, we wouldn't see that level of left versus right, black versus white. It wouldn't be like that.
It's a difficult question on how you
you can't combat it.
No,
because that's exactly what a lot of people want to do. And it's never the best way to go.
I think you just need to let bygones be bygones and just be like, well, all right, I don't agree with that person, but
I'm not gonna stab you in the ribs.
You don't like that story, I'm gonna shank you, you bastard.
Okay, and what else have we got? Tatsuya Suo, something or other. Bit of a simple one, but what would you like to see in Series 12? Any changes, new ideas, and returning villains?
Good monsters.
Good monsters. Jodie leading from the front.
Good monsters and baddies. I always think you can tell a good story from the quality of his villain, and I think that speaks volumes for Series 11, because stories are just like, right.
You look at the best Doctor Who stories in history,
and they've always got like
behind
Genesis.
every great story is a great villain. It's true.
And it's true. Genesis has got Davros. Pyramids of Mars, Sutekh. Caves, Cheryl's Jack. It's just there, isn't it?
For me again, villains. I'd like to see, and I like this idea from a showrunner perspective. I like the idea that they are just there to oversee the run of the series and don't necessarily always get their hands dirty with writing. Because most showrunners, especially in America, they don't write. They just have like an executive producer role. Is that a cat? No, it's not a cat.
It's just the ghost.
It's just pipes. The overwhelming.
Hello. There's a little furry head trying to poke its way through the door. Hello!
Oh, you shitbag. I feel like a lot of showrunners from different programs don't necessarily write all their own stuff.
Or as quite so much as this one.
But then we don't know what's been going on behind the scenes that led Chris Chibnall to maybe write so many.
Because he wrote like half the series, didn't he?
Pretty much.
Ooh.
Little.
Just short of it, maybe.
Maybe just short, or maybe bang on half. I'd like to see him write. But then again, Stephen Moffat had co-writing credits on pretty much every episode for Series 9, was it?
Maybe. I can't remember.
Under the Lake Before the Flood. There was that 1 year where every story was and Stephen Moffat or just Stephen Moffat.
I can't remember. There was, that does ring a bell. But I can't remember which one it was.
Can't remember. Anyway, I think that I would like to see Chris Chibnall maybe not write quite as much, which sounds like sounds bad to say it like that. I don't want him to actually write any episodes, but I like the idea of a guiding hand over the series rather than somebody necessarily getting
someone to say, right, this is where I want it to go.
But is that not a script editor's role?
Well, it might have been 20 years ago, but I mean, I don't really know what a script editor does anymore.
Don't know.
You know? Well, you put a capital letter there when it should have been a lowercase.
Oh, I thought you were talking at the floor for a second. I haven't got any alphabet stuff on the floor.
No.
Keep on away. No, I know what you mean. I
wrong use of punctuation there.
On the carpet specifically.
Yeah. You put an exclamation mark there.
I think that the showrunner thing has run its course on the programme in terms of how we've always known it. The way that Russell T Davies basically did it, and we know that nearly killed him. He was so stressed out writing.
And of course, can you imagine? Like, I know everyone goes, wish I was showrunner, but you think about it, God, you just get mad.
You would drive yourself insane with the workload.
And I think maybe that is Because obviously there was all that talk of it being a writer's room, wasn't it, originally, for this?
And
it all fell
I don't know if that ever happened.
Yeah. No, I think it did to begin with, because I think that's what happened with the Pating story. Because Pating was created by a guy when it was in the writer's room, and then when that all fell through, he couldn't stay on to write the story.
Right.
Or so the story goes. He couldn't stay on to write the actual script,
Right.
so Chibnall took the monster idea.
Does he get credited as the creator of the Pating?
He does. There's chapters. Yeah, Tim somebody, I think.
Interesting.
But I think you're exactly right. I think the role of the showrunner, maybe don't be writing all the scripts.
Yeah.
You got enough on your plate.
Yeah.
Just trying to get the damn thing made and make sure that other people are writing their scripts.
Like Charlie Brooker, you know, he does that. He's the showrunner, or he's got an executive producer. I forget her name now. They work on Black Mirror together. He writes, you know, a fair few episodes a series, but they're like 5 episodes, 6 episodes long.
Yeah.
And, you know, generally speaking, I can't remember how long the last Netflix series was. I think it might have been slightly more than that. I can't remember. But it's a different beast. That model works really well for a limited series, not for 13 episodes a year.
Yeah.
Like, by the time that the episodes are going out that we're watching on telly, they're finishing up the scripts for the next series. It's just like there's no
It's like no ending. Never ending.
It must be the most stressful 4 or 5 years of your life working on that show.
God, no wonder no one would want to do it.
No.
You can imagine, like, you on paper, it's like, wow, I'm in charge of Doctor Who, and then you're like, bloody hell.
Can you remember like how vitriolic we used to be about our reviews, and now we're going, bless them.
Yeah,
Stephen Moffat must have been really stressed.
Yeah. Oh my God, you can't imagine, can you? The amount of stuff he was trying to worry about and do. God, it's insane.
Maybe don't do Sherlock at the same time.
Yeah, maybe don't do that. Yeah, that'd be my other bit of advice. Maybe don't do 2 series.
Sure, you're show running at the same time. Jesus Christ! While preparing for a 50th anniversary.
Bad idea.
Yikes! And writing for a new Doctor.
Yeah, crazy.
Well.
Yeah.
I think that just about covers it.
Yeah, I think that's a bit of a somber way we end. It's like, don't bother. What do you want from series 12? Just don't bother. Well, this is the end of the video, and it went off with no complications.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.